Hey, great Wednesday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the beautiful city of Brownsville. Um, Trying to see what's up in the going on in the news. It's actually been a very, very quiet day. It's been actually a kind of quiet couple of days. Well, with the exception in regards to the number of coronavirus cases popping up, but but we expected it in a weird way. We knew that this is where we were going to be at. Uh, Giving time for folks to walk in. Good morning, Enrique. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Frank, good morning. Thank you. This actually is a Warner Looney Tunes. Um, a friend of mine actually gifted it to me this Saturday. Just hadn't had the chance to wear it. I need to find something a little bit greenish that doesn't make me disappear completely because of the green screen. I love it. I got this and I got a couple of Christmas ties too. Good morning, Amo. Oh, good morning, Hermoso. Morning, Leah. Julie. Hey, Steve, good morning. Elizabeth, good morning. Good morning. It's coffee time, man. Coffee talk. Coffee talk. Morning. Watching from the classroom. Wendy. Bendiciones. Buen día. Buen día. Buen día. Thank you. I love it too. It is my Looney Tune time. Can you name all the characters on here? Let's try. We got. Oh, you can't see that one. Bugs Bunny, the Tasmanian Devil, Sylvester and Tweety, Tasmanian Devil, and Yosemite Sam, and Bugs Bunny on the bottom. You're always in a good mood. Not always, but most of the time I am in a good mood. It's a beautiful day, and just had breakfast. Julie, I like that. Thank you, everyone. I seen the recipe for bim bim bop. Let me tell you, it tastes amazing, man. There's a place in McAllen called the Soul House, Seoul, Soul. It's the Soul House. It's on the Pecan, I think. Let me tell you, that's actual great Korean food, and they've got bibimbap. Oh my goodness, it is amazing, bibimbap. I'm going to try it this weekend. I actually have a plan set, an idea in my head. I just needed to bring it to fruition. But bibimbap, amazing, bibimbap. Morning, Casito, Moncho. Why you always look so happy? It's a gift. I don't know. It really is. It's a gift. I don't understand. It's a burden also. It's not easy being this handsome, folks. I know I say that, and a lot of people think like, no, it really isn't. It really isn't easy being this handsome, especially in the city of Brownsville, donde hay, hay chorro de tacuaches. It's not easy. Good morning, Amelida. Good morning. Good morning. All right, this morning, I'm chomping down on some pan de elote. Pan de elote. This is the best pan de elote uh, in the world. It is from La Casa de la Abuela. Así se llama el restaurante. My grandmother used to make some good pan de elote. But pan de elote has to taste creamy. I like it creamy. This pan elote is creamy. So it's always good. Shouldn't Brownsville talk change to live or live from San Antonio? Oops. Good morning, buddy. I'm not in San Antonio. I don't know why people got that. I am still in Brownsville, Texas.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Nelda. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
What's going on?
So I'm going to say that you're a Packers supporter, Packers fan.
Not in my husband's cowboy room, no. Yeah, no, that would not be. We would. Packers are welcomed guest, but they leave quickly. How you been? What's going on?
Not much. It's doing good. That big old star behind you actually gave it away.
You would think, right? We had a gentleman come in and he painted the walls and did a really good job. A parent of a former student of ours from Stell. So
looks cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You should come to San Antonio. Baba, I'm going to go visit you sometime soon, I promise.
So when do we take the U-Hauls? Are we supposed to be helping you relocate or what? You've given up?
What the hell? Vito started that rumor.
I heard that.
Mendigo Vito has been very, very successful in spreading that rumor. And let me tell you, I've gotten messages, calls, text messages, and I go, why are you leaving? Why are you going to San Antonio? I'm going like, guys, I'm not going to San Antonio. I'm not going anywhere.
When my daughter lived there, we went to this one place. It has the best pancakes. I think it's called Magnolia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. I can't wait to one day get back there for that. It was great.
Well, Magnolia is in Austin, no?
Well, the one I went to was in San Antonio. I want to say I could be wrong on the name, but it was really great.
Yeah, I'm not leaving, Steve. I'm not going anywhere. It's going. Like, I tell people say like, "Oh, okay, are you going anywhere for the holidays?" And I go like, "Guys, I can't even afford to go to Olmito for the holidays. You want me to go anywhere else?" A friend of mine, Jorge Luis Cifuentes, the one who actually ran for TSC Board of Trustees. Mm-hmm. I think he's up there in Madagascar or somewhere in the Middle East. I'm going like, dude, what the hell, man? I said I lost an election and I can't even go to Olmito. This guy's halfway around the world.
No, the trick is you stay in one room all day long in your house, and then you go to the other room the next day. That way you've at least traveled somewhere.
I'm going to need that guy that painted that star in y'all's house to come to my house and paint me Paris in one room, Italy in another room.
There you go.
And China in the other room.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Good morning, Dora. Good morning, Kat. If you leave to Odessa, take me with you. Odessa is horrible.
Isn't it just a bunch of dirt? I mean,
it's like desert, man. I think it's so bad in Odessa. I've actually been in Odessa many times, and Odessa. One of the things that I liked more about Odessa is they have UT Permian Basin.
Permian Basin.
Permian Basin or something, and they actually have like a mock of Stonehenge there.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It's the only thing to do in Odessa, Texas. We actually went to a national park. I think it's Ben.
Oh my gosh, my aunt's always going to all those parks. Big Ben.
Big Ben. We went to Big Ben, I think, National Park out there. Let me tell you, beautiful, beautiful park. We actually spent a couple of nights there, or one night there. I can't remember, but had a great time. Hey, Woody, my man. God bless you. Had a great time. I love to travel. It's not the best time to travel.
Well, that was my 2020 plan. My husband had for retirement, take off, but I've been home.
Maquinitas on every corner over there. It's like living in Vegas. Really? I didn't get to see any maquinitas when I was there, unless I probably wasn't looking for them because it's just maquinitas are not my thing. Actually, I did take a cruise last year to Cozumel, and I spent all trip at the casino on the boat. It was
you didn't go try to do your Titanic scene moment?
No. Let me tell you, I'm afraid of heights. That's one thing I am afraid of. I get anywhere where there's a little bit high, and all my centerpieces start to go like oh!
Time to go.
My centerpieces, everything in the center. I'm not going to mention exactly what, but everything just starts like.
Oh! I think I got it.
It's not a good thing, and I'm dead for the heights, and I didn't get anywhere near the bow. I'm actually surprised I know that it's a bow, but I didn't get close to it at all. But it's kind of funny because I never have money, but I said I'm going to. I got $100, and I said I'm going to go to the casino and I'm going to blow $100. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do that because I just want to have the experience that, hey, I was in the casino, and that's it. That was my only plan. So I go to the casino, and after like 2-3 hands, boom, 4 of a kind. It was four deuces, and I'm going like, oh, and I think I got like $400 or something, and I'm like, damn. So I started, winning, and then I'd lose, win, lose. And let me tell you, I was there the whole trip, the 4 days. I spent the 4 days in the casino. As soon as it opened, I was there, and I was there all day, and I wouldn't even go eat. But I came close to winning $48,000.
Wow, really? That's pretty good.
Yeah, by one seat. If I had been sitting right next to me, because the guy next to me won $48,000. I mean, that's how close I came to winning $48,000. That's probably the closest I'll ever be to $48,000 in my life. But
I don't have that much adventure. I don't know about it. No, I haven't been to a casino. Haven't been to Vegas. Haven't done the cruise. Those were the retirement plans. And we got this.
Yeah. If you leave to Bryan College Station, every big city is nearby, and there's a Michoacana, so it feels like home, Papa. I'm not going anywhere. I'll go visit, I promise, but I'm not going to go live anywhere but Brownsville, Texas. But so $100. I left, I left the cruise, and I was ahead. I was ahead by I left with $1,200 in my pocket. From that $100.
Better than leaving empty.
Yeah, so I said, you know what? I'm going to do that again. And of course, back then I was drinking. Back then, I don't drink anymore, folks. I was drinking.
That's good.
And one of the perks about being at the casino is once you start being there, it's just free drinks for everyone. So that was interesting.
Do they have a non-alcoholic option?
I'm sure they do.
Well, there you go. You can still.
It's not the same. It's like back then when I was drinking. Well, I never drank, but back then when they had O'Doul's beer. O'Doul's beer came out, I think, in the 1980s. O'Doul's beer. And O'Doul's beer was a beer with no alcohol. And back then I was going like, who the hell would want to drink a beer without alcohol? I mean, that's part of the allure to drinking is that you get the little hit there. So it was never my thing. I mean, if I was going to drink back then, I was going to drink. Back then, I do not drink anymore.
All the crazies from your childhood finally decided it was time, huh? And I'm the reverse. I never drank when I was young and dumb. Now that it doesn't matter. I might indulge here or there,
No,
but
I
not
mean,
often.
it's not worth it for. Well, in my case,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. It really wasn't worth it, and that's one of the things I think is very trippy, because a lot of the folks out there, especially when you had a DWI, they make you go through this big old process of going to these classes and stuff. And I actually went to some AA meetings, and again, guys, I'm as crazy as people call Erasmo borracho, whatever you want to say. I'm not an alcoholic, but it's kind of weird. But they asked, would you like to share? And I said, sure. I, I never not speak when someone asks me to speak, and they
Oh.
said, well, how did I said, let me be honest with y'all guys. I've never wanted to drink more than after an AA meeting. You know, that's that's how bad it is. Well, for someone that is not an alcoholic and is not suffering and does not have the cravings, does not have the pause, the withdrawal symptoms and everything, it's really like trippy, because and God bless my friends. I made some friends out there. God bless my friends that are actually, that have a problem with alcohol. And God bless them, and my prayers for them. But man, some of the stories that they told were going like, Lord, I'm sorry for you. I just never had that issue. But in my case, it was more of a socializing thing. And let me tell you, it's not worth it. And it's not worth it just so that you don't have to go. You don't have to go through the whole process of going through the meetings and through the counseling. And you're going to counseling about this and that. And I'm going like, and they say, oh, well, have you ever had the withdrawals and stuff? We're like, no. I mean, never, never, ever. But, you have to take the damn courses. It is what it is. I'm sure a vendor can get you $48,000. Yes, I'm sure a vendor could. Let me tell you, I have someone asked me that. They said yesterday, because I joked around with someone at the AT&T store. I gotten my new iPhone. They said those vendors, and I said, guys, I have apps. Oh, actually, it was Frank Marr. Frank Marr stopped by the AT&T store when I was there, and I said, and he goes, the vendors got you the phone. I go like, vendors got me jack. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Again, I never had that relationship with vendors in any way, shape, or form. Unlike this current board and the previous board, I mean, they were all vendor driven. Seeing that's the difference, guys, and that's the difference. But what happens is they've gotten so comfortable in their role here in our community, guys. These vendors aren't from Brownsville, folks. That's what's even worse. The vendors are not from Brownsville. I mean, a couple of vendors that were mentioned during the Sylvia Atkinson's case, I'm sorry, they're not from here. They're not from here. Pero la gente, for some reason in this rancho, people just, as soon as they hear millions, everyone goes like, primo.
Yes. What's concerning to me have you noticed on one of the Facebook BISD things, they just mentioned a new vendor, Hernandez Insurance, Financial and Insurance Group. Are they going to be changing their insurance persons? Didn't they have Salazar for the longest time?
Is it on the new agenda?
It's not. I haven't seen it, but on their the Brownsville ISD local business page for Facebook, you have a Hernandez Financial and Insurance Group. So here comes some new people, or is this old, or looks like 2016? But my concern is if I were back at BISD, my biggest concern would be my insurance. With all that was mentioned on the Atkinson trial and, the concern about this and that, I would wonder how the stability of the insurance that the employees have. I mean, that would be because first of all, medical care is so expensive and everybody's relying on there to be something viable. Is that old information?
I think it is older information. Again, I don't think the contract is up for the insurance. But with that said, I mean, they could opt to change at any time point in time. And again,
As a former member of that employee benefits committee, I was on there for years, and they would ask for recommendations of the employee committee, and then just do whatever they really wanted to after all that time and money spent on just being there and wasting all that time, and then they just did whatever. And employees don't even, oh well, I'm too busy, I'm in my classroom, I have tutorial, or I have to go coach, or I have to go do this, or I have to go do that. And then all of a sudden, what? They just left it to, I hate to say it, to the upper administration that was there. But it is just, yeah, I will, JJ. I'll tell him. I'll tell him where I'm at this morning. He's at work. But yeah, I'm just really concerned about the lack of interest in finding out about your own money from the employees themselves.
Yeah, one of the things that I did get to share with the Employee Benefits Committee, I got to speak to him one time, and
yes, I was there.
I warned. Well, you'll not let me lie. I warned them, if you let the board control your insurance, they are going to decimate it.
Yep.
And I warned, and that's exactly what they plan to do. And let me tell you, didn't get it much any better after that. And again, the problem was the individuals that they had on that insurance committee. They did have, Sylvia's pawns out there. They had Prisi, Drew, Minerva, Prisi, Drew, Minerva, Prisi, Drew, Minerva, and then they added Sylvia. Again, they wanted control of the insurance, guys. They also wanted control of facilities. They also wanted control of policy. They wanted control of the budget. They wanted control of everything that would make them money, folks. It's not coincidence. It is not coincidence. Why did your opponent say that you took money from the same people she took from? She's a liar. She doesn't understand the concept. And again, little Eddie was trying to say the same thing on his fake Facebook pages. Let me say this, and I'll say it with all openness. I have never, ever, ever run a campaign, run for office with vendor money. Ever. And again, it's something that they say, but look, guys, for some reason, a lot of people believe that these folks were going to be out there going to make a difference. They made absolutely no difference whatsoever. It's as if nothing had happened. Teachers, staff, and students are in the same boat they were in a year ago, 6 months ago, guys. Nothing has changed. A lot of people were hoping that Jessica Gonzalez was going to bring change. Nothing has changed. Nothing. And nothing is going to change.
No, I don't see anything changing because nobody is bold enough to challenge anything. Granted, it's with all this COVID stuff, they're being very careful supposedly about, they don't want to meet and all this. I find that ridiculous because they've opened the school. You got kids out there. You might as well, if you're going to do it, do it. Don't be this, well, for us, the adults, we're going to stay behind this and all that. Did they put plexiglass for everybody or just for, main office or the teaching staff? Are they behind? I've seen people with shower curtain stuff, posting pictures or whatever at different places. It bothers me that TA themselves, you have to set up an appointment.
Yes.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, one of the things, the vehicle registration is on Levy Street, where the old M Bank, the old Wells Fargo Bank used to be, on the first floor. Levy Street. That's where you get your vehicle registration. It won't ever change with how corrupt our city is. Yeah, you're 100%. Yeah. And let me say that it's very important. One of the things that they promised during the summer was, we're going to set up the desk this far apart, and they're going to have plexiglass. And they took a picture of them, and they made it seem like this was going to be the case throughout the district. It's not the case almost anywhere. And there's a couple of schools that have put, have some classrooms with plexiglass, but that's because of the principals. That's because of the initiative
Mm-hmm.
of the school itself, not the district. The district has not provided BISD with plexiglass in any way, shape, or form. And it's very, very unfortunate. Yesterday, we started to report all the positives that were coming out at all the schools out there. Even this morning, there's issues at Gallegos
Mm-hmm.
Elementary. So what's happening, folks, is I mean, exactly what we knew was going to happen. I mean, guys, it's not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist,
Mm-hmm.
surgeon, to know that you bring people together onto a campus, you're going to have positives. And a lot of the folks that tested positive or came back from vacation testing positive, think of this, were the individuals or staff members that were forced onto campus a week before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense, guys. Now, if they would have contracted the virus during Thanksgiving holiday, guys, then they'd be coming out positive later on this week or next week.
Mm-hmm.
So again, remember that what we've learned from the virus is that it remains dormant. It remains dormant for a while, and then boom, it hits. So these individuals were forced onto campus a week before Thanksgiving vacation.
It makes no sense because, I mean, so you go back to school for 1 week, then you get a vacation. I'm thinking about the adults, and they're figuring it out supposedly. Then they go back for what, 3 weeks? So for 4 weeks of school, you couldn't just wait it to let Christmas go, see what how far that vaccine that's been on the news. Apparently London's getting theirs probably within the week. People are going to start getting vaccinated over there in the UK and in areas of Europe. It was on Good Morning America this morning, and they've already started moving stuff throughout the United States, supposedly. Of course, I don't know if I trust any of that stuff, but at least it's a hope. Wait till January, see what the good Lord has for us here, and then maybe move forward. If anything, they should be investing their energies in an online instructional platform that is really showing growth for students. And because honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bunch of students who say, you know what, I'm going to just do the online version because I can turn things in when I can watch a video of my teacher explain it when I'm ready for it. I mean, isn't that the wave of the future anyway?
Yes.
So get ahead of the game, stop fighting this fight, and come up with an online platform that ensures kids moving forward
With safety.
be innovative and be the ones that are be the school district everybody's going, even if it's online, going, hey, I got to get my kid there because those kids are learning something new every day. That should be the goal. Teachers have been learning something new every day their whole careers, whether it's their first year. Every day something happens at BISD that they're having to adjust. I worked there for 29 years as a teacher. It was every day something new came up, and so I'm not surprised at the excellence of the teachers, and the staff. I'm not at all surprised. The district is going to be fine because of the people who are in the front lines, because people who are supposedly leading it, they're just throwing, here, do this, do that, do this, do that. And the teachers are, plus taking care of those kids. You better be, that I really have a lot of faith in the teachers across the district. I bet you anything, they are making sure kids are trying to be as distant as possible to the best of their ability. I mean, how about that time when school shootings were here and there? Who had to be the front line there? This is just another form of, hey, ladies and gentlemen, teachers, get ready. And they have risen to the. I'm very happy with my grandson's teacher. She's amazing at Paredes. A shout out to Miss Chelf. I think she's awesome. Because I see what she's trying to do for the student before the return of students in class. She already had a student with her, and she still had to teach all these first graders online. And poor lady, she's like, so and so, put your crayons away. We're not using crayons right now. So even online, she's having to redirect kids. It's just amazing.
It is. I mean, everyone with 12 years of BISD is too much. Okay? They should not be elected after 2 terms. Guys, no one should serve more than 2 terms.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And it's a matter of what have you done for me lately? The Janet Jackson. Mm-hmm. Guys, what the hell has Minerva done for the district? Nothing. Mm-hmm. She fomented this culture, guys. Her, Patricia, and Drew fomented this culture that permitted Sylvia Atkinson, guys, to steal from our students and steal from our community. I mean, all you have to do is go through the Sylvia recordings or phone call conversations, and they will let you know that Minerva, Patricia, and Drew, they were the ones that fomented the culture that permitted her to steal millions and millions of dollars. I mean, now that you were at the trial.
I went one day. I mean, and to me, I thought it was one of the better days to go. I went on the Friday after it started, and the very first part of that time was, I guess, the undercover agent. So the judge had us in a different room, and I listened to, I guess, the rest of his testimony because he had started the day before. But to me, the telling part was the witness that came after was that FBI agent who said he was like not the first in command, but the second in command of doing this whole thing. And he did basically, and I thought the lawyer was pretty good, because what he did was tie the story of, from, I guess, Monday, whenever they started, to where they were at that time with this witness. He had him, okay, so I hear people, how did you start? Why did you even look into somebody named Sylvia Atkinson? And he said, well, we were doing some other stuff, which is this, I found this amazing. And years ago, this is years ago. And I'm thinking, well, he never said how many years ago, or maybe I missed it, but he mentioned something like years ago, we had been doing some other investigations, other school districts, other this and that. And this name kept popping up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, was she a teacher at BISD at that time? Was she in the front office at that time? Was she at Rio Hondo or Laredo or wherever she had been? Because I know she has been at several districts for different reasons in, different capacities. And as he's going through the storyline, she got busted because she fell for their sting operation. If she had just said no, and that was the line he used. If she had just said no to this one, she'd be free right now.
Well, it's very, very telling throughout the transcripts that I got to hear in regards to the phone conversations. Mm-hmm. You could tell that she was so confident that she could get anything done at BID because she had the votes.
Yeah.
She controlled the majority. She controlled Prissy. She controlled Drew. She controlled Minerva. And she actually flaunted that, she could probably get 2 more votes on there. She had 6 votes on there that she could basically count on. And I was not one of those 6 votes. And that was also made very, very clear. And again, I'm very proud of that, guys. I'm very, 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 very proud of that. I'm very proud that good morning, Carlos Elizondo. He was actually there all week.
Yes, he was.
I'm very, very proud that that she never counted me in regards to being one of her people. And let me tell you, folks, I was never one of her people. I am not one of her people. And I say that in the present tense. I am not one of her people because her people her people are actually the individuals that keep us stagnant, that keep us in the red because they constantly steal from our community folks. I am not part of that corrupt political machine in any way, shape, or form. And that's something to be very, very proud of. Sylvia knew that she could not count on Erasmo Castro to be one of those individuals. And again, I say that very proudly because she mentioned that during her recordings, guys, during the trial. So again,
that I did hear that there were a couple of recordings that were played on that Friday through that testimony. So yeah, I did get to hear a few things. There were several pictures that were shown and it was all tied together so that the jury, because I mean the jury not necessarily from Brownsville, they might be from anywhere in Cameron County, and so like I said, I thought it was rather interesting. I'm kind of glad I went, only because I wanted to learn something new. See how the process is, how it works, that kind of stuff. That was also the reason why I went to the recount. I wanted to learn something new, and of course, I do believe that Marisa would do a great job for opening up the information and allowing the rest of the public to know about it. And I think we need that.
Well, that's why they were so adamant. That's why they were so well. Look, first of all, that's why they were so adamant to destroy me while I was on the board, and that's why right now they are so adamant to rush Minerva back in there.
Yeah,
they're adamant, and they're going to have, unless something happens, they're going to have her swearing in on Friday. And again, adamant, guys, adamant that they want these people on the board. They do not want a Marisa Leal on that board. They do not. Let me tell you, folks, if what I believe is going to happen in regards to an injunction to a stop, a lawsuit against the district, against Cameron County Elections Department, if that happens, then it's going to be delayed in regards to her Minerva swearing in, and Marisa will be the board member for as long as the process takes its course. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I think that's what our community should be hoping for. With that said,
yeah,
probably not.
And that would require Marisa to fork out the money, no, and go and do it. She's the one who's going to have to do it. I feel like I wonder what would happen if the community really believes in something needs to happen. Maybe they need to do a GoFundMe page so she can pay for it. I mean, you kind of got to put your money where your mouth is, or your time, or whatever it's going to take. But do you know what it would take to get, say, we the community, we want BISD to have term limits, for example, as a policy. If none of the board members put it up for as an option, can the teachers request that the board members have term limits? Who can put up a policy recommendation?
It's called a campaign finance report. Campaign finance reform, and that actually can be submitted, can be approved by the board. But again, do you really think that this board is going to want to do it?
No, I don't. Why? This is what we were talking. My family and I were talking at lunch, and that was one of the discussions we were having. Was I believe all representatives should have some kind of a term limit. I don't think any of our national, the federal representation, state representation, nobody should make this a career.
No.
Go represent your community. I don't even have a problem with you taking time off and coming back if you want to. But I do have, being there consistently for, over a decade. And that's the thing. Have we shown growth, improvements? I know it's an A district. I know because we were working at it. We the teachers, and I put myself in there because that was before I retired. It's those teachers that are working. It's the support staff that really helps the teachers so that they can stay focused on academics. Whatever their field is, that are doing the job that makes BISD look good. It's the students with their amazing talent, and at least they're, even if they're halfway willing to learn something new, the teachers are going to show them something new every day.
Yeah, again, that's something that I think need to be made clear regularly, because a lot of people are going like, Erasmo is talking bad about the district and we teachers are doing a great job. Guys, I know the hard work that our staff, our frontline staff, does out there in regards to educating our students. I praise a lot of our special ed teachers who are out there. I mean, in the middle of a pandemic, actually, teaching their class from the front lawn of many people's homes. Guys, there's no one in the city of Brownsville that celebrates the great work that a lot of teachers, staff, counselors, principals do, even on campuses, than myself. I lived it. I was there. I saw it. I witnessed it. I experienced it, folks. It's the glass palace that's a mess. It's the upper administration that is a disaster, that is hurtful, not only to the staff and our students, but to our community as a whole. That is the problem. That is the issue. The BID board members is like La Maña from Matamoros, but with bachelor's and master's. Yeah, and some of them with doctor's degree. I mean, they're from Phoenix, but they're still doctorate degrees. And just to recap, I'm getting my doctorate degree in Mexico. And, and I'm paying for it.
Good for you. Good for you.
So next time I run, I'm going to run as Dr. Erasmo. Just look at how many subs have been hired and let go under Minerva Watch. How does that serve the district or our community? It doesn't. Wasting money in contract payouts. And let me tell you, I always wondered, guys. I always wondered why we are always paying out contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out the reason why. The reason is a superintendent gathers so much dirt on the board, on the sitting board, that ultimately wants to fire them, that in order to keep it all hush-hush, non-disclosure clauses, they buy out the contracts. Look, we'll buy out your contract. You just don't say anything. That is why, folks. That is why, because it's a collection of dirt. He who has the biggest pile of dirt gets the most money. That's why they were so adamant. Look, and let me say this, guys, and again, self-serving. I had nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. They could not go out there and collect dirt on me. They had to make up crap. They had to go say that I was having sex with students in a car, that que andaba cocoreando con students, putting hearts on pictures of students and crap like that. It was all bull crap. And let me tell you, Jessica Gonzalez was part of that bull crap. She was a part of that bull crap. And again, that's what happens when they can't find anything plausible to hold against you. Then they try to make up crap about you. But I stood my ground and I said, I don't care. I'm going to continue to expose your crap, Drew Brown. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting things to change is the definition of insanity. Well, yeah, unfortunately for us, our community hasn't learned its lesson. Look, our community re-elected Adela Garza.
Yeah.
With 75% of the vote.
Yeah.
Or 79% of the vote. Re-elected Adela Garza. Adela Garza is a rat, a crook, a thief, a tranza. She should be behind bars with her buddy Sylvia Atkinson.
Well, her name was on I did hear her name mentioned that Friday I went. So yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know her, or I don't know any. I'll just make this public since it's here. I don't know anybody. I just happened to have worked at the district and got involved in different communities that I learned some stuff and I asked questions, And before you knew it, you get this subtle intimidation if you bring up anything. And it's kind of like I went to the main office, asked a question about something, and then the next day when I get back to school, I'm out of nowhere, I'm requesting to see my lesson plans, my grade book, to make sure everything's in order and all this other stuff. And I'm like, why? I'm thank God it was. But my point is, out of nowhere, to be asked these kind of things, there is a level of intimidation. While there at the recount, I was, Miss Peña asked me for my name. I think she forgot I had retired. I don't know anybody, but why'd she ask me for my name? It felt very unsettling. Like, I even asked her, why are you asking me? Because was she gonna do something, or they're gonna say something to me?
Oh, yeah. Well, Miss Foltz, were you a teacher at Porter? I don't know if Miss Foltz was a teacher at Porter. I know she was a teacher at Lopez.
She taught with me at Bestedo.
At Bestedo.
Also,
who was the bright engineer that in the city that put a traffic light on Xena and SPI, and also on Morningside and Central? I guess individuals that had nothing else to do. I'm not sure exactly which where that's at. I need to. But let me say, guys, in regards to De La Garza, guys, and another, I was saying it for years, if not at least a year. Adela Garza is a rata, is a crook, is a crook, is a crook, and nothing, and people still voted for 75-79% of the vote going to Adela Garza, a crook, a rat. But anyway, yesterday we posted the positives coming out of the schools, coming individuals, that were not being cautious.
I don't understand their report. They have more people that are supposedly exposed to it than have recovered. Is that just a tally of? I don't understand the report, and I've tried to reread it and try to understand it. It doesn't tell me what dates, like from this time to this time. And I know it might be difficult, but it just seems like they should go with, okay, in the month of, March, we had X amount of people who had been diagnosed, recovered. I mean, can't they go back and at least fill in those gaps, because it's kind of interesting, and then go through April, May, June, and go through the year, because right now it just seems like they're just, okay, and somebody new, add it to the tally. And how do they know if they've recovered? I mean, I don't understand it, and I tried to reread it. I was a reading teacher for a long time. You would think I would try to understand it, and I tried to think that they were trying to make it as simplistic as possible for our community, but no, I don't get it.
Well, my concern is the lack of reporting coming from BISD, and look, teachers that are testing positive.
I'm not surprised by that at all.
They're coming back.
That lack of information. Remember, knowledge is power. Information is key. The more you're kept in the dark and unaware of what's happening, the more that things can happen to you. And as a community, I think it's way past time that we start kind of insisting respectfully, share the wealth of knowledge. But that's how they've been able to keep this community in the dark. And it's not just BISD. It's not just Brownsville, City of Brownsville. It's not Cameron County. I mean, look at the national representation. I posted something. Isn't it interesting that there's you read an article about the cheapest places to live. It's just a general article. All the way back since 2013. There was one also republished in 2016 in a national publication. And the most southern tip of Texas, they counted as Harlingen. They don't even, I mean, we don't value, our community doesn't value themselves enough to insist. They're going to keep us in the dark a lot longer.
A lot longer. Morning, Cheese, and now they have a wonderful YouTube. Royal. Brownsville residents don't care until it really hits their pockets or affects their kids. Then they cry out loud. See, the problem, Mario, is that it does affect.
Mm-hmm.
It has affected. It does affect. And unfortunately for our community, it's going to continue to affect. But, you know, what really amazes me is that el problema, part of the problem, Mario, is that the people from Brownsville have this really tunnel vision.
Mm-hmm.
And they see right here, y aquí tengo mi panecito, que ya me lo estoy acabando, y mi cafecito. Todo está bien. That's what you see.
Yes.
What you don't see is, what people don't see is that if they opened up their vision, they see, oh, wait a minute. There's a lobster over there.
Yep.
There's a bottle of wine over there.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget the cheese.
There's a steak over there. Oh, you're telling me that instead of having my pafenecito y cafecito, I could have had
all of this.
Yes. That is the problem with this. That is the problem with the city of Brownsville. We have so much potential here, guys. So much potential. We have resources that any other city would desperately love to have. We have so much potential that is squandered because individuals keep on stealing the monies that should go to our students. They steal their inheritance, guys. And we are focused on the panecito and cafecito.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. They don't care about the actual results or our safety. They do not. The problem is tunnel vision. Oh, yes.
Yep.
You took the words out of my mouth.
I think we're all, you know what? We're all preaching the same thing, but I think we're now, I mean, somebody's going to need to spearhead. What is it that the community really wants now from here on out, and move forward in that way? For example, if we're sick and tired of them doing, you know, this thing about the policy about term limits, for example, well, who's the committee that's going to get together to insist that they at least look at it, revisit till we get the change we want? Do we have to put out a change.org post and see what the community wants?
Well, you know, those could be easily manipulated too. And let me say why. Let me tell you guys. Talking about Mario's television, when they the people, and I actually talked to Frank Mario, I said, guy, y'all were attacking the only guy that was actually speaking out and showing their corruption. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But when they did, let's get rid of Erasmo, change.org, you know that like 4,000 people signed that or clicked on it online. Like some 4,000 people, guys. 4,000 people. You know how many people signed let's get rid of Sylvia Atkinson? Change.org? Like 300 or 500.
Was it because of fear of retaliation? Do they know who's actually clicking?
Well, I think there's an option to like anonymously or change or stuff like that. So what happens is, guys, again, people are obsessed with me. That's one thing, but
I think so.
they don't see the great damage that is being done by these individuals who are pocketing your money, folks. And let me tell you, they can accuse me of anything that they want. They will never be able to prove. Well, first of all, they could never prove that I was out having sex with a student in the car because it was just 100% not true. They will never prove that I was cocoreando in any way to try to entice any type of student whatsoever. Never, guys, ever. They will never be able to prove it. Well, what they will absolutely, positively never prove was that I took money from our children. Ever. And Sylvia gets rewarded and I get lambasted on blogs and on social media. But again, you know what? And someone asked me the other day, guys, you know what, guys? A mí me resbala todo. I mean, let me tell you, that's one of the things about me. They've thrown everything that they can my way in regards to being everything under the sun. Look, and I'll say this. They were out there saying, Charlie Atkinson and his sisters and everyone, okay, I was a child molester. They would say that I was a child molester, guys.
Wow.
Let me say this, guys. Absolutely zero proof of anything. Zero. Because it's 100% not true. But the irony of it is that these same people that would say, oh, Erasmo, que no sé qué, all this crap, had a child molester running their campaign.
That was kind of weird.
Had a child molester running their recount. And now, am I lying?
No, and I mean, again, I don't know anybody personally. I really don't. I remember being at the recount, and I cannot understand how they would. I don't understand how Miss Benya would have somebody that I mean, you just click on the website and it's right there.
Proven.
There's a web, that website where does a child molester live next door to you? And he was right there. And this is a school district, and it's supposed to be all about the kids. It bothered me like nobody's business, because how could you? I mean, are they related? No. So you can't get rid of your relatives. They're connected to you one way or the other. But when it's somebody that you can make a choice, and I'm not saying don't be friends with people. I'm just saying perception is everything. That's my daddy taught me that perception is everything, and I know in me personally, I don't have any ill will towards anybody. But I do have a real serious problem about following policy and doing the right thing. And my beef with Miss Benya and I told it to her, so I feel pretty confident in saying I've been watching what she's been voting for, and I don't think that it's benefit for the classroom. Whether the classroom be the band hall or the choir hall or a reading class or a history class, I don't think the decisions she's voted in favor of or against were beneficial to the people who are in the classrooms. And that's what made me be motivated to go help, where I thought somebody was at least going to start looking out for the classrooms.
No, nothing. Well, again, my saying true. It boggles my mind, guys. Boggles my mind that people look. The irony of it is, someone at AT&T yesterday said, "Oh, hi, you came back? Yeah, I came back because I wanted to get the cover for my new phone."
Mm-hmm. I saw that. It's cool.
Phone. And they said, "Oh, you came back for the cover?" I said, "I said, yeah, I came back." He goes, "Oh, someone told me." He goes, "Don't you know who that is?" And she says, "No." She that's Erasmo Castro. And he's got that page, the Brownsville Cheeseman page. And she's from Harlingen, so she didn't know who I was. And I said, "Oh, yeah. But what I'm trying to get at is people associate me with the Cheeseman part of the page, and then they automatically think, well, it's just gossip.
Right.
It's not gossip. It's information that people bring in, that send in, because they want the community to know what's going on. You could call it gossip. I'd call it verified, confirmed facts. But it is what it is. No. That's what I'm getting to. What I'm getting to is we do our best here to show you. Look, here's the proof, guys. Here's the evidence. Here's what we're talking about. In order to validate what we're saying, they go out there and say this crap about Erasmo,
right?
he's a drugs you know, he's handsome and totally not fat, and he's not married, and he's available. Maybe he's out there, cocoreando with students. There's zero proof of that because it never happened. Ever happened. Zero, 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 zero. Nothing. Nada. Zip. And they present it to you like, oh no, allá in Harris County, y allá in Mexico, yeah. Again, zero. Nothing. Zip. But the same people that are spreading that have an aggravated sexual predator managing their campaign and running the recount team. Guys, this guy raped an 8-year-old boy. An 8-year-old boy. And I'm not, it's not,
no, there's articles.
It's on the public sexual registry page. Google it. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there. That's the problem with the city of Brownsville. For some reason, and look, guys, and I understand, man. I make news. I'm sensationalism. I am the Brownsville Kardashian. I am the Brownsville Kardashian because I'm famous for, I don't even know what I'm famous for. It's the truth. I don't even understand why I'm so damn famous. I don't. I don't. I am literally the Brownsville Kardashian. That's fine, guys. For them, it's sensationalism. That's why I make the front page of the Herald every time I fart. The front page of the Herald.
Yeah.
That's why Channel 4, Channel 23, Erasmo. You know what's pathetic is that they actually, when they were doing the deal, Erasmo was at an adult sex store. Guys, it's not true. They actually said that in the news. Channel 4, Channel 4, Channel 23, and the newspaper. They actually went out there and posted and said that Erasmo was at Pokey's Planet. Wasn't true. 100% not. Did they retract?
No.
They did not. They literally went out there and posted Erasmo Castro was an adult sex store. That's how much of a Kardashian I am. And guys, I never, ever have set foot in Pokey's Planet. Ever. I mean, look, and guys, and I mean, there's no shame in it. Hey, man, and I'm not dissing anyone that goes to Pokey's Planet. Look, if you want to go to Pokey's Planet to go buy baggies or to go buy whatever, I don't know what they sell. I don't even know what they sell. But if you want to go to Pokey's Planet to buy any, man, more power to you guys. More power to you. I'm not dissing anyone, but and if I had ever stepped into a Pokey's Planet, it's my right. I think an adult, so I could go to any adult sex store I want if that's the case. I just never had the inkling to, guys, and never. I think one time I poked my head into a Pokey's Planet. One time when I was putting up signs, and it was the one on Boca Chica, and it was during the day. And I said, hey, do you think I could put up a sign there? They say, we don't let, okay, thanks. That's it. You will never, ever, ever have me out there at a Pokey's Planet. Not for any reason. It's not my thing, guys. And if it's your thing, more power to you, guys. More power to you. It's okay. Y más nalgona que la Kim Kardashian. It's true. And let me tell you, and I was talking to a friend today. We were like, and I was joking, and I hope no one took it en serio. Dijo, ¿cómo me miraré más pompón?
What?
Más pompón. And I'm going like, I just said it to be an ass. I'm not going to upgrade my nalgas. Trust me, I am not in any way, shape, or form. I'll do the Botox on the head, but I'm not going to do anything to my buttocks or anything other in that area. They're going to go after you like Vanessa. Well, Look, let me tell you, Vanessa, a lot of the stuff that she did it to herself more. And again, I pray for her family, her children, especially. God bless her, really. God bless her. 48,000 mordida para los corrupted de Brownsville. No, no es nada para ellos. Information is key. The road construction on Boca Chica is under the Department of Transportation. Lights on Xenia Highway are probably placed by State 2. Yeah, 100%. But look, guys, this is one of the things, Rosie, and I want you to understand my stance on this. Guys, the city of Brownsville needs to have some type of input in regards to anything that the state does inside the city limits. It has to. And I'll give you one example, Rosie. And I'll give you this one example, Rosie. I have always been complaining about the grass on the expressway in Brownsville, Texas. Always been complaining. And because I noticed that up at McAllen and Far, the grass would be very nicely kept. And here in Brownsville, tendríamos like jungles under the expressways, Yep. So I'm getting a spam call. So what happened is, the city commission, and I talked to the city commission. The city commission all said, "Oh, no, Erasmo, this is TxDOT. And I said, so, I mean, it's in the city of Brownsville. You take care of it. And look, my stance was, I actually had this discussion with a couple of commissioners. If I was a sitting commissioner, I'd be on the damn phone every day.
Yes.
Get your butt down here. TxDOT, get your butt down here. TxDOT, get your butt down here every single day, because it gives a bad image.
Yes, it does.
This is my stance on Boca Chica and all these state streets on here, Rosie. Let me explain. Well, guess what happened? I got elected onto the board. I went to a TxDOT presentation up in Austin, Texas. Believe me, we've had land for traffic lights. We have asked for 3 years of traffic light between OPI highway. City has no funds. Yeah, same thing with the district. Well, let me finish. I went to this TxDOT thing where the director of TxDOT was at, and going out how it works and everything. And so I said, sir, I have a question for you. How come y'all never take care of the grass on the expressways in Brownsville, Texas? He says, and this is what he said, Rosie. He says, I didn't know that it was an issue.
Bingo.
That's what he said. I didn't know it was an issue. So what that tells me is that the city commission has never contacted TxDOT. No. The city of Brownsville had never contacted TxDOT. Number two, he says, this is coming from the director of TxDOT. We have contracts with the city of McAllen, because I said, well, why is it the city of McAllen always nice and Brownsville? She goes, well, we have contracts with the city of McAllen where they take care of the grass and we pay them.
Can you imagine?
So we pay the city of McAllen money. They take care of the grass, and we don't have to send anyone to take care of it. That's being proactive, Rosie.
Yes.
And that's why the city of McAllen blooms and looks nice and looks attractive. And that's why here in the city of Brownsville, we have no one being proactive. We have no one out there, making sure that TxDOT is doing their job. And can you imagine, guys? We could have funds for the city of Brownsville, so the city of Brownsville could go and take care of their own grass. That's my concern with Boca Chica and with the traffic lights, guys. That's my concern with them, because, again, we have to have elected officials that are proactive and will go out there, guys, and fight for our city, man. We don't. We have city commissioners that like to wave and take pictures and
they have tunnel vision
and try to be the Kim Kardashians of Brownsville. Yep. Guys, only one Kim Kardashian in Brownsville, and that is it.
You already claimed it.
It's mine. I'm sorry, city commissioners. I'm sorry, board members. You may have the seat. I have the looks. I have the face. I am the only celebrity in the city of Brownsville, folks.
And celebrity you are.
And I don't say that in a let me say this. I don't say it in this egotistical way. It's just fact, guys. I am the most known individual in the city of Brownsville. I literally, and I say it as corny as I am, the only Kim Kardashian in the city of Brownsville. Sorry, city commissioners. It's not your job to be Kim Kardashians. It's your job to lead this city.
That's right.
And to make the city non-stagnant. That is your job. Your job is not to get likes and shares on social media. That is my job. I am the king of all local social media, folks. Guys, it's a tough job. Someone's got to do it. Ni modo. You get to make our city better, but you don't. And I get to point it out. And even
you're a really big star, because I remember going to a band thing at the cab for my kids, and you happened to be. Oh, that was, you should have seen their faces. They didn't like you very much.
No.
But all those little darlings that were in the Hannah band that year, they grow up. They don't stay little darlings. They become voters.
Yeah. And I remember that event because it was kind of funny. I was like the last one.
Yes.
They always try to put me towards the last, which is okay. I think Laura was the last, and then myself. And they go like, Minerva Peña, Sylvia Atkinson, Prissy, Drew, Philip, Erasmo Castro. It went crazy. And yes, they hated it.
They did. And I remember the year that one of my kids graduated, and because it's Hannah, Dr. Atkinson was, oh, yay! Woo woo! I'm so excited about that. We requested it. We asked for it. We kept pushing it, and they wouldn't give it. I never could understand why they don't just give them the cords. These kids deserved it after all those years of hard work. Anyway, I was saying that one graduation, Dr. Atkinson was speaking, but when they called you,
it went crazy.
It's just, I think that the looks, I wish I had the camera for the moment. It just, nobody liked that at Erasmo. You took their thunder.
No one liked it. And again, that is why a lot of folks out there, guys.
But the kids were always seeking you out. They were the ones asking you for photos. You could have funded your campaign for $1 a picture.
Yes, I would have been a very rich Kardashian. My mom calls all the time to get the grass cut under the expressway. I guess it takes the citizens to call. How sad it does. Yo pienso que Joey López pagó a las politiqueras para ganar a su hija. Yes, yes, they did. They did get the politiquera. Bring Elon Musk on the show. He might help you fund a campaign. Casi no tiene dinero el vato. All BISD Fine Arts graduating students received it. Parental representation is key. Believe me, I agree with you.
Yes.
Guys, now the final words.
I just, I'm going to keep praying and hoping that our citizens are going to decide that it's time. It's way past time to get informed and to really start speaking up for what you want. As representatives, they should listen to us, and we get to decide what we, the community, want for our community. And it's an amazing town, so it's time to step up. I'm very proud of BISD, and I'm very proud of Brownsville. I love my hometown, and I'm just thankful to be a part of the community. So I hope everybody has a great day.
Guys, stay safe today. We just got information that a staff member from Cromac tested positive. Got it from a student, and it's just going to continue. Guys, do all you can to stay safe. Guys, yep. I have a couple. I'm running out of N95 masks, but I still have some at the office. Come pick some up if you're on campus. Come pick up a couple. Again, I have a couple left, so whoever gets it here first gets the N95 mask, guys. And let me tell you, they are the good ones. They're not the cheap ones, and they are very expensive, and they're yours. Guys, I care about our community. I care about you all at the district, and guys, together we could affect the change that this community so desperately needs. Guys, please continue to be good to each other, and please, please, please continue to be good to me. I am the Brownsville Kardashian.